In this episode, Garry has invaded your game, and WebPanel Games are topping the charts. We're gonna start off from where Iridium left, right after his apology video, which is a huge W for Smallfish, as everyone said we will be the first ones begging for forgiveness on YouTube. Web panels are UI elements that can simulate your browser. Without them, you wouldn't be able to watch Subway Surfer during your 12-hour Tycoon session. With the recent main menu update, you are able to get into a game with just a single click, no setup or download needed. So what happens if we combine that with a web panel that opens the web browser version of Cookie Clicker? You get a web panel game. If you're a Gmod player and you're clueless about why people are getting worked up, just think of WebPanel Games as a Skibidi Toilet Next bots, but instead of filling up the workshop, they are on the front page of S&box. I asked the people for their opinion, and coming up after that we have a statement from one of the most prolific WebPanel creators.
They literally scared away my supposed co-worker from helping me on assets and just refuses to step inside or install S&box until the issue is resolved, which I highly doubt it will be.
Hey, the recent WebPanel games have been a huge hit here at Ape Tavern. I love them. In my humble opinion, Face Punch should focus more on improving the web panels so we can have more games like this. We are planning on scrapping grubs for a WebPanel game as soon as possible.
Is that the message?
WebPanel game bad. Re-upload too easy.
The only WebPanel games that are morally correct are games that use the system in an interesting and free of copyright way. I feel like it is a serious issue that these have spread out as much as they have, and it is definitely something that needs to be taken care of.
Why did you start making WebPanel games?
Was bored and created. It's also fun to play the game in the game.
What is your opinion on original games made from scratch?
Okay, Norm.
Do you think they'll start enforcing rules?
I think we should make a special category for web panels.
Alright, thank you for answering.
Also, I wanted to experiment because I made games on Unity, which also uses C#.
Okay, we'll incorporate this last
Norm translated from Russian into English is okay. This is such a joke, it will be funny if the message stays the original okay, Norm.
Other WebPanel game creators had similar answers, minus the weird humor. They wanted to experiment, have respect for original creations, and think that there should be a different category. A good example of a web panel is in the game Home by Carson, where among his arcade machines, there's one that lets you play the web version of his Steam release called Half Hour Hexagon. Link down below if you want to check the game out. But some people are under the impression that web panels inside of S&box can be malicious, infect your PC with a virus, and steal your IP.
Is that my IP address?
Truth is, as long as you're not visiting shady websites like gmod2.com and handing them your password, you're going to be safe. And besides, everyone knows that the S&box community is too smart to fall for dumb phishing tactics like those. Next up, players en masse are falling for a Garry impersonator minging in their game, thinking it's the real Garry. We've been getting reports of what seems like a virus affecting people's games. You might not even notice the initial symptoms, because they are very subtle. It starts off with a sound clip being played in random places around the map. If that didn't give it away that there's something wrong with your game, you'll start noticing something evil manifesting while you are not looking. It's the inconvenient rock. It made its way back and will slowly cover all of your map.
Damn! So, what do you think?
Lastly, if you see Garry giving you an invite code in your chat at 3 AM, turn off your computer immediately. The real Garry J. Newman has been on vacation in Mexico for the past 3 weeks, where he allegedly joined the cartel and now goes by the name of Garry Juan Newman. Unfortunately, we were unable to get in contact with the real Garry, so we did the second best thing and interviewed that one guy named Garry that everyone pings on Discord, so that the moderators are forced to double check before banning you. Are you aware of the fake Garry going around?
No.
Do you have anything to say to the impostor?
No.
Has there been a security breach on your account?
Possibly.
Do you have anything to say to whoever is behind this?
I will find you. You're not safe.
Do you wanna shout anyone out?
Shout out to Gordon Freeman!
Thank you so much, Mr. Newman, for your valuable time. But how do you get infected? How do you get rid of it? Is it malicious? We've been doing on-field interviews with the victims. We managed to deduce the following. 1. This only happens inside of Facepant's S&box game. 2. The invite codes from Garry aren't real. And 3. It starts right after spawning this mysterious add-on called Neighbor's Door. So let's have a look at what the description for this add-on is.
Prank your friends with this funny add-on. Here's some features. Fake messages from people in the server. In rare cases, it's a fake message from Garry. Play funny sounds, farting, mosquito buzzing, etc. Spawn inconvenient rocks around the map. Watch your friends freak out and have a laugh.
So in the end, it looks like a case of people getting pranked by their friends. But who would create this add-on? Who would purposely spread chaos? Who could be this despicable? Oh. I didn't want to make this video.